Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. I'm here with Chon Noriega, my co-host for this evening, and an expert on how Latinos have been portrayed by Hollywood. Chon also helped program the lineup of movies that we're showing every Tuesday and Thursday in May. Welcome back, Chon.
Thank you, Robert.
Good to have you here. Now, up next, we have Requiem for a Heavyweight from 1962. Wonderful movie starring Anthony Quinn, Jackie Gleason, Julie Harris is in it, and Mickey Rooney. Quite a cast. Quite a cast, and it's so interesting because our last movie about a boxer was, it was very much about the fact he was a Mexican-American. That was very crucial to the plot. In this one, that's kind of downplayed. That's kind of just a secondary element, isn't it?
Well, it's that he has a sixth grade education.
Right.
That he's been a boxer for almost 2 decades, was once ranked 5th in the world, and is nearing the end of his career. And the family becomes less a biological family or an ethnic family than his cornerman and his manager, and the dysfunction that exists within them as a kind of family group. The film's interesting because it downplays the ethnicity on the one hand, but it's visible throughout the entire film because it reflects accurately the increasing presence of Mexican-American and other Latino boxers in boxing. And so you'll see in the arenas, you'll see a number of the posters throughout, or in the locker room, actual posters for Mexican or Latin surnamed boxers that were then fighting. So it's kind of an interesting nod to what was actually happening in boxing as a sport.
Now, this was based on a teleplay written by Rod Serling.
Yeah.
They've been done with great success on, I think, Playhouse 90, that series on TV. I haven't seen it. I'd love to see it now because, and compare it to this, because that was originally done by Jack Palance, who was not Mexican-American. Yeah. And I wonder if that element was added because Anthony Quinn was playing the part in the movie, or if it was there because I know they wanted Anthony Quinn to do the teleplay and he couldn't do it. So it'd be interesting to know if that was kind of added because he was in it.
Well, it certainly reflects Anthony Quinn's participation in the film, but also the fact that the film is really not foregrounding ethnicity per se, but in many respects class and educational status. Quinn's interesting because he's notable for having played just a wide range of racial and ethnic types throughout his career, including Arab characters in The Road to Morocco, but also Lawrence of Arabia.
Right.
But he's also played Mexican characters, most notably the Oxbow incident, where he's just an amazing presence in the film, but also Viva Zapata, where he becomes the first Mexican-American actor to win an Oscar.
Well, let's see the movie. Here it is, based on a teleplay, which was written by Rod Serling. The movie from 1962. The very same year, Anthony Quinn played a desert chieftain in Lawrence of Arabia. Here he is giving another really wonderful performance in Requiem for a Heavyweight. Wow. And did anyone ever play more ethnic types in movies than Anthony Quinn? I don't think so. And I'm back with the author and film expert Chon Noriega to talk more about Requiem for a Heavyweight. Wonderful to see all those guys in there like Muhammad Ali when he was Cassius Clay, just a kid, and Jack Dempsey and those real boxers. But that opening tracking shot, that was something.
It's an amazing beginning. It's probably one of my favorite in the series because you begin with a tracking shot of actual boxers, ex-champions, so like Jack Dempsey, Willie Pep, and you're listening to what is essentially the fight in the film with the Anthony Quinn character. Right. And it cuts to that, and you're not looking at the fight, you're looking through Anthony Quinn's eyes, and Cassius Clay is beating you up. It's an amazing introduction because in both of these shots, it's establishing the film as essentially a documentary. It's giving it a very experiential-based perspective before it takes you into the story. And it's a technique that you've seen used in other films to give you a sense that what you're looking at about Mexican-American characters is true, or Puerto Rican characters as well, but done very effectively here. And I think one of the fascinating things about this film, it's based on a 1956 teleplay that starred Jack Palance, And at that time, that was a real breakthrough work in television. So when the film version came out...
Done live, too, we have
done
to
live.
say.
And when the film version came out, there was a sense, well, this is going to put things in their proper perspective. And the reviewers basically said, you know what, it's a draw. This does not prove that one medium is better than the other.
Right.
The television, in terms of telling dramas, stands its own with film, but they're both powerful stories. And just an amazing performance by Anthony Quinn, who was 47 at the time that he made this.
That's amazing.
He's getting older, he's still a very powerful figure, but really excellently cast in this role.
Very interesting. And we're going to say goodbye right now, but you're going to be back again, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Chon's going to be joining me next Tuesday for more in our Festival of Latinos in Films as we look at movies which focus on small ethnic towns. So plan to be with us for that. But stick around right now for another film that fits right into our theme tonight. It's another boxing drama, this one from 1941, starring Arthur Kennedy and Anthony Quinn.